What's up, YouTube? What's going on? I got to ask a good football wide receiver question. Tim Brown versus Andre Johnson. Who was the better career? Now, Tim Brown played 2 more years than Andre Johnson. Um, Tim Brown had what I'd say better success. He had better quarterback. And that's pretty one of the reasons why Andre Johnson's story is so compelling because I think he had Matt Schwab and they never had the right quarterback with their offense. They had a lot of things going their way, but they could never get over. But his numbers were stacked, you know. Um, the career numbers are pretty close. 14,183 for Johnson, 14,934 for Tim Brown. Brown had more touchdown receptions. I think it's 83. It's either 83 onward to Johnson's 70. 1,062 receptions for Andre Johnson. 1,086 or 1,091 for Tim Brown. So this is 2 years more. They both were strong receivers. They both were versatile. They both Hall of Famers. If I come down to the eyeball test, this is where it gets real tricky because, man, I go back with Tim Brown when he was in Notre Dame, and that cat could burn. But Andre Johnson was no joke on them fly patterns and quick, agile, versatile. It's a toughie because I like them both. And I think they're very comparable to one another. I think Tim may have a little more quickness, but Johnson was tough. And it's kind of tough when I get down to it about who I would take. Because I like them both a lot. You know, it's one of them things like if I got to take one, I guess if I'm going to be, and I like Tim Brown a lot, but I gotta give Andre Johnson just a tad bit because of who his quarterback was. And he never got the chance to shine. Because I got to believe that if he'd have had a quarterback that was on par with his skills, he'd have been even better than he was. And I think that's why I got to give him, because Andre Johnson did leave an impression on me. He was somebody I remember as a Bills fan. I knew he would never go there. But I wondered if if somebody like Brady had him, you think 7 rings is a lot now? Could you imagine Andre Johnson? Because when they got Josh Cribbs, he was too old and bent. So I gotta kind of wonder, um, you know, this is a reality. So, it's one of those things that you got to look at it for what it is in totality. You know, but it's close though. Tim Brown was bad. He was bad. You know, but Andre Johnson kind of moved me a bit more. I think that the versatility of what he could do, the ability and the circumstances, I think that's the reason why I got to kind of give him a little bit of a nod. It's one of those things though. Yeah, you don't want to, you're politicking and you're kind of like, oh, oh, do I do this? Do I do that? But I got to kind of lean that way. I got to kind of, you know, do I go that way? Do I want to go that way? So it's kind of like, you know, but I think if I was leaning, I got to say Andre Johnson. His style kind of moved me just a tad bit more. Um, I think that I was liking what he was doing just a little bit more. If I'm honest. Um, it's not like it's close. It's close because they both were dynamic. So, and I liked them both a lot for what they did. But I got to give Andre Johnson just a tad bit. But Tim Brown was bad though. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, tell me who you think out of Tim Brown and Andre Johnson for as the better receiver for a career. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like it, hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.